AkronHipHop.com, the Reporter Newspaper Online.com. Look at here, look at here. Oh my God. Man, I've seen you on internet riding Camelback. I saw you riding a Silverback. I could have swore I saw you on an ass. You was riding a damn donkey. All types of, I think you was even riding a damn what is it, gargoyle. Man, you was across the planet, man, doing planets and stuff, touring. You was in, where was you in Spangold?
I was in Deutschland, which is Germany. I went to Switzerland. I went to France. I was in the Netherlands.
So, man, so what decided, how do you get an African like you? What are you doing all the way out there?
Oh man, there's so many of us over there, we just don't know. You know, and we're not gonna know unless we take the time to actually leave the boundaries of the United States and go out and see for ourselves.
And while you was out and about, you was collecting some more black facts. Sit up, brother.
Oh yeah.
Like you tired still. Yeah.
No, I'm not tired at all, but I am kind of wired. And I did find black facts everywhere. Everywhere I go, I always look for black facts.
Tell everybody what BlakFacts is.
BlakFacts Educational Research Incorporated is a nonprofit organization dedicated to the collection and dissemination of historical information about black people all over the world in all time periods. We have a decidedly local focus, but we like to look at the world from a local perspective, but with a global impact.
I like that. Well, listen, man, check this out. I got my brother, Cat Israel from Politically Speaking with AkronHipHop.com. Say something, Cat.
What's up, Cat?
Hey, man, so I was overhearing you guys' conversation while I was doing some editing here at AkronHipHop.com, BlackOnOhio.com, where it all goes down.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, man, this was a good conversation. I kind of wanted to get this dialogue on the vlog, man. So we're going to have our political analyst ask you some questions when it comes to your trip, brother. Take it away, bro.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully we have a series of this. There's a lot of information for such short time. So, first of all, how was your trip?
Oh, the trip was good. I got to spend 3 weeks in Europe. The first week I spent in Germany in a place called Saarbrücken, which is on the border between France and Germany. And then the other 2 weeks, then I got to travel around, went into Switzerland and other places on a search for black gods and saints.
That's dope. How was the culture there in those different countries?
Well, you know, culturally speaking, is kind of hard to say because black people have had such an impact on the culture that it's hard to see the actual quote-unquote German culture. Like people with wearing clothes like these, I was looking for them. It was very difficult to find it. I actually found one guy and a woman. They were dressed up in their lederhosen, and that was just like on a whim.
Now, I remember you were telling me about, as far as the African-American perspective, there's a lot of hip-hop going on in those areas. Is that true?
Absolutely. A lot of hip-hop, a lot of graffiti.
Oh, graffiti.
A lot of graffiti. So I'm going to be doing a whole documentary thing on Facebook, on our in my group. It's called the Center of Pan-African Culture. So if you go there, you see the videos that I've been posting up while I was on the trip, and I'll be posting up some more videos coming up. But you'll also see images of things that I saw.
That's pretty dope. How was the food there?
The food. Well, I've heard about the German food. I know they like to eat a lot of beef and they like to drink a lot of beer. And I wasn't looking for either one of those. So I had to, try to figure out how was I going to survive for the 3 weeks that I was going to be out the country. And what I did is I survived on falafel, hummus, and tabbouleh because there were a bunch of kebab shops all over the place. The Turks seem to be like running that joint. If you need a cell phone or you need some Middle Eastern food, the Turks got it going on.
Was there any African-American vendors as far as food, or was it cultural?
African-American vendors in terms of food, no. But there was a beauty salon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Selling fake hair.
Fake hair?
Yeah, they were selling it over there, man.
Black?
Huh?
They black?
Well, the one woman I saw selling the fake hair at the festival, yeah, she was. Okay. But I can't tell you what country she was from because I didn't try to talk to her. Because the thing about Europe is that being there, you don't know. When you see a white person in America, you figure they speak English. But when you see a white person in Europe, you can't determine. You don't know what they speaking. And black
That's a
people
good
too.
point.
It's the same. It's the very same thing with black people. You don't know what language they speaking.
Oh, pretty dope. So what was the focus on your trip?
Black gods and saints.
Can you
Coming back
elaborate?
with images of the black gods and saints. For a long time I've been hearing about, reading about, seeing images that other people took pictures of these black gods and saints, particularly Saint Maurice and the Black Madonna.
Can you explain who Saint Maurice is?
Saint Maurice was the leader of what they call the Theban Legion, which was a legion of soldiers working in concert with the Roman as part of the Roman Empire. And the Romans said, hey, well, we need you all to, bow down to these Roman gods. And the leader of the Theban Legion, which is Saint Maurice, he refused to do that. And his whole legion, they all refused to do that. And so that whole legion of soldiers was actually decimated.
Oh, wow.
Which means they killed every 10th one. Then they ask them the question again. And if they didn't answer it right, then they kill every 10th one again until there's no more of them left.
Oh, wow. I mean, talking about the short end of the stick or a bad lottery ticket.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But what happened then is that Saint Maurice was elevated to sainthood. Now, in order to be a saint in the Catholic Church, you not only have to be a great person, do some great deed, you got to do some miracles. You have to actually be able to produce some bona fide, documented miracles in order to be a saint. Everybody can't just be a saint. Martin Luther King, I don't know if he could be a saint. What's his miracle? I don't know. Getting some civil rights legislation passed, I don't know if that's a miracle. I mean, in America, it's damn near a miracle, but I don't know if it's officially a miracle.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
He blowing up. Cat. He's
right?
blowing up. He's busy. Since he been back
People
in
want-
town.
Oh, yeah, people want that knowledge. I mean,
Yo, tell them about the Wi-Fi and how you bought a phone and it didn't work over there. Go ahead and talk about that.
Well, since I've got it right here, yeah, I bought this phone. This is a track phone, and a friend of mine suggested buying it. But what neither one of us knew at the time is that I could make international phone calls with it. There'd be an extra fee, whatever. It would, be a charge. But once I left the country, this phone did not work at all.
oh, wow.
I could get on Wi-Fi with it, but I could not make any phone calls with it at all. Not a one. And I could take my pictures and my video. So I use it as a camera, and I use it to get on Wi-Fi. But other than that, it was just like a big brick.
So let's get back to like the goddesses,
Black
you were
gods
speaking,
and
black
saints.
gods and saints. Can you elaborate specifically about those particular statues when it comes to the black perspective?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I got a picture of Saint Maurice. Oh, you know what? Let's start off with the Black Madonna. This is the first one I saw. This is the Black Madonna of Altötting, which is in a state called Bavaria. It's the second largest state in Germany. It's got about 12 million people that live in that state. Well, this particular shrine of the Black Madonna is the oldest in Germany, because there's more than one, and it is the one of the most popular places that people go for pilgrimages. So pilgrims go there, they're carrying their cross. I'm not talking about the ones that we wear, them little bitty ones around your neck. I'm talking about them big ones that they dragging on the ground. They're carrying their cross, okay? And they set their cross down there at Altötting at the what they call the Nonnenkapelle, which is the chapel of the Black Madonna. So the Black Madonna has her own chapel. So what you're seeing here, this is just a very small portion. There's nothing but gold all around it. There's all this stuff that's like gilded with gold and all these other statues, and people are in there praying to the Black Madonna. That's what they're there for.
How big is the chapel?
The chapel is not very big. Maybe it holds about 100 people or so. Probably less than that.
That's really sacred.
Yeah, but there's no chairs in there. It's like standing room or kneeling room only.
Oh,
right.
wow.
Right. So the Pope has been there. The three different popes have been there. One back in 1782, one in 1980, and then the last one I think went in 2008. And they planted trees there. It's a very special place. But because of this, in part, because of this Black Madonna that's there, this state has as its symbol a Moor. Okay, and the Moor that's the symbol is this one over here, Saint Maurice. I had him here just a minute ago. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? And actually, Saint Maurice even has his own cathedral.
How big is his cathedral?
It's huge. I didn't bring a picture of his cathedral with me today, but the cathedral is huge. It's so big that you have to stand back at least about a block just to take a picture of it. Wow,
That's a big statue. Now I know you were telling me about a couple.
Oh, here he goes here. Here goes Saint Maurice here. So you see he's dressed up in his outfit. He's a knight, and you can see he's black. Obviously, you can barely see his features, and this is pretty much how he looks in real life. So this is a statue that's in this cathedral. It was the cathedral that was the headquarters for the Holy Roman Empire, and he was the patron saint of the Holy Roman Empire.
So that's a lot of black history that we really need to know and try to influence on our children. Now, I remember you were telling me about a couple statues at this particular cathedral. Can you elaborate on that?
There's one of St. Maurice, and he's on one side of the cathedral. This is going down the long way, so he'd be on the short side. And then on the opposite of him is St. Catherine. St. Catherine is St. Catherine of Alexandria, which means Alexandria, Egypt. So he was from Egypt. He was black as charcoal. So if he's black as charcoal, then what about her, since she's from the same place he's from? So I believe both of them, as far as I can tell, are black. But here's the kicker. The Madonna, the Mother of God, in that particular cathedral, is also a Black Madonna.
Oh, wow.
So here you have the headquarters of the Holy Roman Empire is dominated by 3 black saints.
That's very important.
And I left out Jesus, okay? I left out the little baby Jesus, okay? So since he was a baby, I left him out. So actually that makes 4 technically.
Wow, that is very, very nice. Now, as far as politics go, how were they structured back in those days in comparison to our democracy in the United States?
Well, well, you know what? It's not that different, because 45, who's currently in office, he is attempting to reestablish feudalism. And feudalism means that you have loyalty to the person who's the head of the government, whoever that might be. You are totally loyal to that person, and all of your people are also, you're going to make sure that they are also loyal to this person. And so if he goes to war, you go to war. If he hates something, you hate something. Whatever he don't like, you don't like. Whatever he likes, you like.
Oh, wow. So hopefully you don't jump off a bridge.
No, I think you said that wrong, bro. Hopefully he does. He does.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Not trying to wish anything bad on
the president. It's understandable.
But,
So overall, when it comes to like black culture in Europe, do you see a big impact or a bigger impact in the near future of more African culture being implemented, not only from the political level, but from a social level?
Well, we don't realize how powerful we are. We don't even realize the power of our black hand. When I was on the way from the airport to the city I was staying, the first city I stayed in Germany, I saw graffiti all over the place. So like graffiti, hip-hop culture. When I got to Zoutbruggen, there was a festival going on.
You have to where?
Zoutbruggen.
So what's that?
That's the name of the place. It's called Zoutbruggen. Bruggen is a bridge. Zout is the name of the river that runs through the town, and the bridge goes over.
Say it one more time.
Zoutbruggen.
How many times you gonna say it?
Many as you ask me.
Was that the river that Moses crept through?
I don't know who went over this river, but somebody went over the river. But when I got there, they were having what they call the Now Visa Fest. And that festival was happening right behind my Airbnb. So it was like literally on the same block that I was living on. I think that's why the guy left town. I don't know. He didn't tell me.
So how was the festival?
The festival was okay, but when I went there, I went expecting to see some people and some lederhosen. Okay, now they had plenty of beer. They had beer.
I figure that is Germany.
Now that's the one part of German culture that hasn't gone out of style is the beer. But the lederhosen, no lederhosen. What I did see was a lot of hip hop groups. There was a lot of rock groups. and then the other thing, the musical group that we actually sat and looked at for quite a while was flamenco. Now, what's flamenco got to do with Germany?
I know, right?
I don't know, but they were there, and they had a nice little group, and that's where I saw my first African musician. Matter of fact, the first and only one I saw while I was there. Now that I think about it, yeah, it was the only one was at that festival in Saarbrücken.
Okay, so we need a series on this. We need a few vlogs about this. To be honest with you, can you please tell us where to contact you?
Oh, you can contact me at www.blakfacts.org every single day. And you can also get in touch with me. You can join our Facebook group, which is the Center of Pan-African Culture.
Yeah, go look at that, you guys, because there's a lot of dope information, and there's a traveling man, and there's a lot of information from an African American perspective that we really need to see, and we need to also take some trips too. So I'm Cat Israel with Politically Speaking, and hopefully we're gonna see you again sometime. Peace out.
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take a series, man, because I ain't even get